Hello there, my very good friends, and a warm welcoming good afternoons to you all. On this video, we're going to cover how WWE ranks its top stars.
WWE's unusual new tactic to boost TV ratings.
Got a backstage update on the company's plans for AJ Styles.
And more details on AEW All In's ridiculous attendance figures. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the After News.
Yes, oh yay. Let's talk about WWE, how they rank certain wrestlers. How do they view people? How do they... You know what a ranking is? Why am I trying to explain it?
AEW used to have them when they were good.
Yeah, wow. I do miss the rankings of AEW, not going to lie.
Made it sensible.
But these are internal ones. They're not like... WWE obviously doesn't have a formal system that they publish or whatever. But PW Insider have published a couple of reports on the SmackDown rosters. And I think there's some interesting stuff in here. So we'll begin with the women's rosters. On the babyface side of things, Number one, shockingly, is Bianca Belair.
Of course.
As the SmackDown Women's Champion, that makes sense.
Well, she's just a female John Cena. That's a good thing.
I think the second one's quite interesting. Number two, babyface on SmackDown. Who you got?
I don't know, actually. She's Shotzi, baby. Where's Natalia? Oh, no, she's on the Raw side.
Charlotte Flair would be the answer. Of course. Shotzi's at number 3, Zelina Vega number 4, Mia Yim number 5, Aaliyah number 6. Aaliyah's not been on TV for months, so that's quite kind of interesting. Heels, Asuka number 1. They're feuding.
Of course, she just missed her on Friday night.
Yeah, of course. Bayley number 2. Lacey Evans number 3. Scarlett number 4. B-Fab number 5. And Tamina number 6. I think this does show some depth issues.
Yes.
I mean, Scarlett, B-Fab, and Tamina, they're not full-time in-ring every week. It's weird. It's interesting. Men's side of things, right? Top babyface, Edge. Fair enough.
Of course, yeah.
Really over. Number 2, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley listed as number 2 babyface. I like it.
Yeah.
Number 3, AJ Styles. Number 4, Sheamus. Number 5, Rey Mysterio, Immortal. He's probably going to be number 5 forever. And then number 6, Santos Escobar. Fresh face. Like it. Top heels, Roman Reigns, number 1. Of course. Solo Sikoa, number 2. I think that's interesting, but we'll get to that in a sec. Austin Theory, number 3. Parry and Pross, number 4. LA Knight, number 5.
Yeah!
And the number 6 top-ranked heel already is Grayson Bloody Waller.
He's so good.
So there you go.
So good.
Takeaways from this. Solo at number 2 is pretty interesting. But he is tethered to the most important guy in the company, and he's got the tag team title shot coming up. I think that and Charlotte is the second top babyface are probably the big takeaways from this, but what do you reckon?
They also haven't got a bloody clue what to do with LA Knight, apparently.
Yeah, below Parry and Pross.
And make just Hoyman in a tag team. Don't get me wrong, I love that as a team. That's two of my favourite people. Yeah. LA Knight and Rick Boogs in a team. Also, Cameron Grimes now on SmackDown. Great debut on Friday night.
And if you're wondering where like Sammy and Kevin and people like that are tag teams, there's a tag team.
Tag teams.
Probably a different list.
Yes, exactly. But they need to get more depth in that women's division or just book there. Either or.
Yeah. I mean, B-Fab at number 5, I don't think she's making a title charge anytime soon.
I could not tell you, gun to my head, when the last time those last 3 names, Tamina, B-Fab.
Scarlett, when
was
that?
Had a match.
Even like Lacey Evans is at number 3, and her character changes every week. Like, what's going on, guys? Anyway,
don't know what's going on there, but I'll tell you what is going on: the TV ratings and WWE's weird new tactics try and garner a bit more viewers. They've made a habit now, Andy, of going live on social media platforms just before the show as a means of raising interest and sort of prodding people and reminding them, by the way, Raw and SmackDown are about to start. Of course, this is according to Fightful Select. It serves as an active reminder that the show is starting. They ensure that a portion of WWE fans who follow the promotion on relevant platforms see live content and, along with notifications that have a similar impact, just basically get that little nudge of, put your bloody telly on.
Yeah, that's our editorializing there a little bit, isn't it? Like, you're sitting there, you're on your phone, you got no attention span, like me. It's 5 minutes before SmackDown, you forgot, you see a pop-up thing on Twitter or whatever, or Instagram going, hey, WWE. You'd be like, oh yeah, SmackDown's on. Like, I forget stuff's about to start constantly, and I'm old, so I dare to think what kids who've like grown up on these things are like attention span wise. So yeah, we don't know if this is working or not.
Stop flossing, it's time for SmackDown.
Yeah, it is.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. get off touch, you idiots. It's time to smack. Down. Yeah, there you go.
Seems to be working. Their numbers are doing great guns.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally I just said I don't know if it's working or not, but who knows?
Yeah, it seems. I mean, I don't know if this is the catalyst for it or just consistency.
Yeah, it was like a 0.51 rating for SmackDown this week, which is a good number, obviously. Hey, if it works, fair play.
Yeah,
fair play.
It could be worse. It could be AEW Rampage. So
Well, yeah, nobody watching that show, brother. I'd love to see the viewership of you know what would be an interesting comparison?
Level Up.
Ring of Honor versus Level Up versus Main Event. Numbers you will never see because they're on various streamers, but that'd be funny.
Wow,
that'd be an interesting comparison.
Fascinating to find that out. My favourite is when people are like, Firm's Final Deletion got more views than Rampage. That's on YouTube. You can just keep going back and watching that.
Yeah, you don't need to stay up.
Numbers work.
You don't need to stay up to 10 p.m. on a Saturday or a Friday or whatever it is.
No, to be fair, the way they decide when Rampage is on is they just spin the big wheel.
Yeah.
It's on Monday at 1 p.m.
We should mention that we make fun of these things because it's fun to make fun of stuff. We know AEW is getting $1 billion TV deal. We know at the end of the year, WWE's probably going to get like $4 billion. It's fine. We're just having a laugh. Don't worry.
And I know, as soon as Collision starts, I'm not fucking watching Rampage anymore.
Taking the piss out of stuff's funny.
Hey, look, why didn't he take a penalty on Saturday?
Archie Mayer represents.
Congratulations to Notts County. They do deserve to go up.
Good Tudaloon, Archie Mayer.
And actually, we didn't even want to go up because now me and Andy can go to Hartlepool and Gateshead away next season. So who's the real winners?
I guess that's just
Chesterfield were in a playoff final for those on the way, and we didn't win. But Eurovision kicked ass, so that's fine.
Edgar
this
Allan
song was not successful either, but Eurovision was great, and those who were there in attendance at Liverpool, good stuff.
Is there like a Eurovision for like death metal? Because I've watched that.
I've got an act to show you after this now.
Well, looks like it's going to be a fun morning. Backstage update on WWE's plans for AJ Styles. Quite interesting to see him.
Yeah, they're going to release him apparently. I'm joking, of course.
SmackDown.
Just brought him back and they've just pushed him to the moon.
He's wrestling for the the World Heavyweight title. Seth Rollins next week, Saudi Arabia. You know the score. He won on SmackDown. He won a triple threat with Edge and Rey Mysterio, which was great.
Oh, and God, that was awesome. Yeah.
And then he beat my guy Bobby Lashley in the main event. And now he's going to fight for the World Heavyweight title. A bit of a surprise. I think a lot of people were looking at that and going Edge, particularly after Edge cut that social media promo where he was like, I might retire, I want this belt, but I'm probably, I'm going to retire soon. That got a lot of people speculating, but no, Edge was not victorious. Why? I don't know why. That's not the story. But
AJ Styles better. So.
But WWE did make the decision on this before Edge uploaded that promo. They were set on AJ reaching the finals, and then the Edge promo came after that. So that's quite interesting. It wasn't like conspiracy theory of some nonsense about them changing or whatever after the promo. Nah, get that in the bin. They made the choice before. Maybe they will do something with Edge and a title anyway. Him and Roman again would be good. Him and Austin Theory, the great champion.
Oh yeah, they're on the wrong show. Sorry, forgot
you silly sausage. Come on, him and Gunther would be sick. Although I'm not sure I'd trust Edge's body to get through that. Hey, maybe it would. I wouldn't trust mine. I'm like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but hairier. What do you think?
Yeah, I saw some people get annoyed about this. Like, what about Edge's promo? No, he didn't win. You got worked. I got worked. It's okay.
Sometimes wrestlers lose.
Hey, maybe, and chances are, considering his standing within the company, he probably was clued in. And he went, do you know what? I'm going to make, because a lot of people I saw were saying initially, it might be AJ Styles. He's just come back. That makes sense. But then everyone, myself included, on Friday went, oh, cool, Edge is winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
And therefore, you got surprised by the result on SmackDown. That's just wrestling, guys. I'm astonished I have to explain this sometimes.
You gotta get worked.
You got worked. We all got worked, and it's okay. And I'm sure Edge has got other stuff planned, and I think AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins is going to kick ass. It's a good decision. Really good stuff.
It's a really fun match.
It makes the title at least mean something.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, kind of me included, think a bit of a second place trophy trinket thing, but you hoy AJ Styles and Seth Rollins kicking 7 bells out of each other, and you think, wow, this really matters to everyone.
The first champion has the task of making it not feel like a second place trinket, and I think that either of these men would do a very good job of that.
Yeah, right up until Dominic Mysterio cashes in on them and takes the title off them.
Obviously.
Right, let's talk about All In, because no arguments ever happen online when it comes to AEW All In at Wembley Stadium.
Tony Khan's at it again.
WrestleTix, the brilliant WrestleTix, I should say, were fantastic with this sort of information. Have come through with a recent update. 65,000 tickets have been distributed. It's nearly 66,000 basically. 61,346 of those are from paying punters. There's still 8,000 available on general sale. That's a Wembley setup of 74,000. Although AEW, according to WrestleTix, are holding back 15,000 seats, and that seat map that you've probably seen, in theory, could account for 96,476 people at Wembley Stadium, which is preposterous. But I mean, it doesn't really matter, Andy, because Tony Khan's bought all these tickets.
Yeah, and then giving them to bots or something like that. Yeah.
Hello? Yep. 10,000 tickets, please.
You imagine?
Just put it under Mr. Khan. No, wait. That's too obvious. Tony K.
Anthony K. I just imagine Tony in this like command center with 10,000 monitors on Ticketmaster,
yelling at Tony Schiavone. Tony!
Listen, it takes one human being enough like stress to get
God.
through the Ticketmaster system. If you have 10,000 open, you're only getting 5 tickets, brothers.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I imagine that they will probably try and hit that 74,000, because then they can call it a sellout because they've sold all the available tickets. And if they hit that, maybe they'll start opening some more. They'll do the kind of pro wrestling. This is how it works. They don't just open 95, sell 75, and it's not a sellout. They would open a limited amount, sell that out, and call it a sellout, even though there are some seats that weren't. That's just how it works. Yeah. It's pro wrestling. Everyone kind of gimmicks their ticket sales a little bit. I'm not saying that AEW's done that so far. Please don't lump me in with those freaks online. However, this is already an extremely successful show. To sell 65,000 tickets in the biggest stadium. Is it the biggest stadium in Europe? It's one of them, for sure. On your first go-around in the continent is a phenomenal success.
When people thought they were going to Craven Cottage at most.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought they would struggle to sell out Craven Cottage.
Yeah.
I was too pessimistic and wrong. They've done a wonderful job. There's no way that anyone can take anything away from this at all. But we will obviously tell jokes about Tony Khan buying them because it's funny.
It is funny.
It's funny.
And also, we will be in attendance for All In, so keep your eyes on the channel for our updates as we get closer. Oh, well, most of us will be in attendance.
Sorry, I just laughed at your face.
Fine. I will have a very small child, if all goes well, touch wood, at the time, so I feel like I've got a good enough excuse.
You weren't invited.
Yeah, I don't think I can turn around to Anne-Louise 10 days after she's scheduled to give birth.
See you later.
Right, I'm off to Wembley.
Yeah, for 4 days.
There you go. Good luck with that.
Take the baby, man.
Get the baby.
Get a press accreditation.
Baby's working, actually.
Yeah. Facing QT on dark, brother. Hey, QT would take good care of that baby.
Would.
He would do a good professional job.
John Moxley comes in, busts himself open. John, what are you doing? We didn't need that. We talked about him on the other news video.
You see the photo of John Moxley the other day, where his back was all busted up from the ccage match, holding his kid. It was like the duality of man right here. I love it. He's the best man alive.
Yeah.
Apart from what are they called?
The
Outrunners.
I was going to say the Truth Busters for a second. No, the Outrunners. Yeah.
Truth Busters.
Tell them, Turb. What a bunch of guys.
We are the youngest men alive. I know that.
Right,
COVID.
Let us know your thoughts. COVID's back. No, it hasn't. I'm not joking. Right, okay. Let us know your thoughts on everything we've discussed in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Thoughts, Twitter questions, all that good stuff at WhatCulture WWE. If you're wondering, wait a second, where are the Twitter questions? That was on the morning news video. Go and check that out right now as well. And you can follow Andy Murray on Twitter
at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for horror.
Yeah, we've got our What Culture horror channel, gaming channel, film and TV channel. Go and check all of them out as well. You can follow me on Twitter at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at What Culture WWE. But for now, my thanks to Andy. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Bye.